a second Asphalt 9 gaming video in a month? Well, yes. I would usually keep it to just one upload per month, but when I saw that the new location was going to the Caribbean, I'm like, I definitely have to do another video on this because for me, the Caribbean is very special. Not only did I do the new tracks look gorgeous, but because I also do happen to have parents that came from the Caribbean, I'm like, this this update is just special. And I had to cover it. So here I am. Before I dive into it, let's collect this free pack here. And it's nothing but that 3.0 CSL homage. Okay. I was saying I was going to dive into the club. Let's see what I have here. Nice, 10. This could have been a bit better. I would have liked to see some Porsche Caymans, maybe more Vipers, even like maybe even like the Ferrari and the McLaren even. Well, whatever. Okay, so let's dive into this. Now in this update, it's the 5th update for the game. They brought the Lamborghini Aventador J and some Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. I forget the full name of the car. Actually, yeah, here it is. Mercedes-Benz SLR McLaren. Next one will be the Lamborghini Aventador J right there. And then they also brought, I forget the name of the third car. Yes, the electric Lamborghini. That's the next one. As we can see here, this car is grossly underranked, so I'm going to have to just get it fully maxed out. It's the only car I have for this season. It's unfortunate all those other cars I do not have. And you know why I don't have them? Because they're locked away in events through tokens. It's ridiculous. Like, okay, it's like, is the blueprint system not bad enough as it is? Like, why do they have to have all these event cars that are just locked away even further through tokens? Like, it just makes the cars harder than they are to get. How come I'm not seeing Max Citizen? Did I skip something? Oh yeah, I did. Okay. Maxed out. Probably should have had this car maxed out sooner, seeing as though it's like one of those starter class D cars. But I didn't get around to it because it just wasn't a priority for me. Alright, so now that is maxed out, we are set and ready to go. Now, I've driven on some of these tracks already, and I can say that as gorgeous as they are, they're not as fun as they look because they're extremely twisty and difficult to master. I thought Rome was hard. Never mind. The Caribbean beats big time. Because it is extremely twisty. And yes, most of these Caribbean countries really do have extremely twisty roads, so I don't know if they were intentionally trying to go after that theme, but I can say it's very accurate. Well, I can't speak for other countries because I don't know about all of them. I mean, I can say this for Jamaica and St. Lucia, but for the others, I think they're pretty twisty too. Just looking at the maps for some of them, I can say that Caribbean Islands is just a thing for them to have these extremely twisty, bending, winding roads. I mean, you can say it makes them adventurous, but it also makes them difficult to drive on. The interactive ad is extremely annoying. It just keeps popping up and it offers no rewards. I don't know. I think I should seriously just send a complaint to GameLaugh about it because it's just ridiculous. Like, if it's gonna pop up that frequently, it needs to offer a token reward. Like, aside from when you're watching those ad packs or when you're watching ads to like additional tickets, that's when it will give you a reward. But when it just pops up on its own like that randomly when you're just hanging out openly in the career or chapter space and other parts of the game, it does nothing. It's just like watching an empty ad for nothing, and I don't like that. Don't like it at all. Not sure if other people in iOS had a problem with it, but if you do, we just send like a complaint to A, take it down, or B, if they're going to keep it, it needs to give us a reward if it's going to pop up that much. Like with the Lucky Charms, no, not Lucky Charms, the Rice Krispies, they give you tokens. Kellogg's, it gives you tokens. I think there's another one else that gives you tokens. Yeah, there's another Lego City ad that does give you tokens. The one where you have to drive and swipe side to side. And now I lost the race because I wrecked. Great. Have to be careful not to wreck. Yeah. I really wish I had those other cars now. My goodness gracious. Every one of these cars, event car. You can't get them in their shops. You can't get them through any other means but through events and tokens. And I really hate that. A lot. But oh well, it's the way it is. Okay, this time I need to actually focus on driving so that I do not get myself utterly wrecked. If you wreck once, that's it, you lose. Because this car is already underpowered, so I can't afford to lose with these other hypercars. I don't know if I can actually truly call them hypercars, but let's just call them high performance cars. That's the best catch-all term to use for these cars. If you don't know if it's a hypercar, a muscle car, whatever kind of fancy term they use, just call them performance cars. What is with that plane? And why are his fumes green and blue? LOL. Okay, we did this now. We completed this. One chapter pack. I hope it's something valuable, not garbage. Trade points. I think I'm gonna try and save my trade points up until, I don't know, some point later in the year, maybe September, October, hell, maybe even December, just to see how much I can save up for the next couple of months. Because these epic import parts, they are extremely rare. So I figure I might as well just do some serious saving for them. Yeah, that's another thing I seriously hate about Asphalt 9. That upgrading your cars, especially the ones that require epic import parts, actually, even if they don't, it's painful because first you have to start it up, and then you have to have epic import parts, you have to have common parts and rare parts, so it's just nuts. Like, okay, it's already locked away through the stars, and now they have to lock it even further through epic import parts. Like, what is this? Like, if you don't have a lot of your cars already completely maxed out, saving for those things is going to be tough. Worse, for those event exclusive cars, you can't get any epic import parts to them unless they're like offering it through some special pack or through a certain event, and it just makes it even tougher. So it's like, wow. I'm really enjoying the scenery with these tracks. I don't like how twisty they are. I don't like the fact that I only have one car to use for this chapter or season. I don't know what's the correct term for it. Should I pay attention to that? Actually, I think it's actually it's a season. The chapter refers to like chapter 1, 2, 3 or whatever that has all these races like Volkswagen, Mercedes, whatever. So yeah, I think that's LOL. I had no idea where I was going. Despite all these arrows there, it's like it's not always easy to tell where you are going. This jungle. Thankfully, I've watched some videos to get a better idea of where to go. Usually in the jungle, you want to stay. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to say that for all the need to stay left, but so far from what I've seen, to some of them, the left is the way to go. Did my car just spin out? Like, what is it doing? Okay. Yeah. This is reminiscent of the twisty backcountry of the Caribbean. Oh, speaking of the Caribbean, is there a reason why they didn't specify which Caribbean island it is? Like, why are they leaving it so anonymous? I mean, if I had to take a guess, for some reason, I think I'm gonna see the Bahamas. Specifically, maybe the Atlantis Resort, I don't know. To actually find out, I should look into it. Which Caribbean island? Hellvale! Oh dear, that does not sound good. Okay, so I have to win this, do 2 graphic nitros and 2 shockwaves. Or is it Trinidad even? Could it be St. Lucia? Because I'm seeing some high mountaintops, so... Actually, then again, it usually even have things like those giant roller coasters or whatever. I have no idea. Police! Ugh! I hate these cars. They are so annoying. They just slam into you and make you slow down, and some of them even just slam you into the walls to get you wrecked. Like, they drive very, very brutish. And the annoying thing about it too is that they don't target the AIs, they only target you. So it wouldn't matter if the AI is... Oh, I missed the shockwave requirement, darn it. I hate repeating these races twice, it looks so stupid, tedious, and ridiculous, but it's just what I have to do. Yeah, I know also it's going to look tedious watching me use the BMW for all of these races for this season. But then again, I've only been playing the game for 4 months and 14 days at the time I recorded this episode. So, I guess that kind of does explain why I don't have most of those cars. And because Asphalt 9 obviously is not my job, I cannot afford to play it as if it is a job. Because it's just not worth doing that unless you're like on the payroll or something. So I just have to take my time and make whatever progress I can and get this guy out of the way. I have to remember to do my shockwaves. I need to really pay attention to the goals so I don't have to do these races twice and look ridiculous. I wasn't able to come first, but whatever. Came third. Because this underpowered BMW. Okay, Paradise Resort. And it's out of fuel. So you know what this means? I'm going to have to watch some ads. Thankfully, because Class D, you only have to watch 2. Or 1, in this case. Because this is a low-end Class D car, it's actually only 1. I've been thinking of the high-end Class D cars since they're the ones I use most of the time. So hey, that was quick. Though it'd be better if there wasn't even this fuel system here in the first place. Like, seriously. Can't they at least double it? I touched on this in the episode before this one, where I was recording for nearly 2 hours in pursuit of the Ferrari La Ferrari. Yeah, it's like, if they're gonna have it, they need to double it. I have to do 8 stunts? Okay, I need to pay attention to that. Get these guys wrecked. Do some flat spins, or well, hopefully if they don't wreck me, that is, because they're driving pretty aggressively. They're even tailgating me, man. Do you see that? Do you see that? Actually, is this car even good enough? Because I see some of these guys just jumping way ahead of me, and it's like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to overtake them. What is that? Is that Huracan Evo? I think it is. Yeah, yikes, I think I'm doomed. Oh my goodness, yes, I'm doomed. I'm doomed for sure, 100% now. After that wreck, that's it. It's more likely I'll win the lottery than I'll come first. Ugh. Well, I guess I might as well just start taking some pictures now since I know I'm not gonna come first. Oh, never mind. LOL, it's funny how I'm there casting so much doom on myself, saying, oh, I'm not gonna come first, and Ray, and then I'm not coming first. Wow. I guess sometimes I just need not be so negative and dramatic. And looks like that's it. Wow. What a short season. Island Tour. Now this one is 120 seconds, aka 2 minutes, because it's a low-end Class D car. It might take slightly longer. What am I doing? I need to stay to the right. Those screams, they sound so excited. Because they're having lots of fun when I'm here racing against these Lamborghinis and Mercedes and whatever. I think this also supposed to be the Chevrolet Corvette. Take him down. Because I don't want him coming first. Where did those guys come from? It's like as soon as I hit him down, it feels like they're just almost responding immediately. Like, really? How come I can't respond that quickly and they can? Are they hacks? Nah, they're AIs. That's what they are. So as we've seen from the last episode, I need not be so negative and dramatic about losing, because you can still actually come first apparently. Then again, I guess it also helps that I did fully max at the car, because if I didn't do that, then my goose would have been surely cooked. LOL, what happened there? I don't know. All I can say is I landed in the bushes, so they had to pull out my BMW. Oh yes, and speaking of cars, about the new cars that they added to the game, how do I feel about them? The Adventure J, it's an alright car. The Mercedes, I don't know why they'd add such an old car. Like, I personally think they should just leave the old ancient cars to Asphalt 8. I think for Asphalt 9, they ought to just stick to the fresher, newer cars. Like, that thing looks so dated and ugly. Like, I mean, if they're gonna use old cars, even though I think they shouldn't, at least use the good-looking ones, not the ones that are just uber ugly. But yeah, honestly, no, I think they shouldn't. I think they just need to add cars like the... Well, you've seen my top 10 list already, so... Tesla Model X, the Faraday, the Jaguar I-Pace, vehicles like that. The fresh ones, exciting ones, new ones, not ancient ugly ones like that SLR McLaren. By the way, why does it have McLaren and Mercedes in one title? Like, who made it then? Mercedes, or was it McLaren, or was McLaren involved in one way or another? I don't know. Let's just check out some races and see if we can participate in it. And that's all the way at the end of chapter 4, so I don't know. We'll take a look at it, see what car I need, and nope, I don't have any of these guys, so I will not be able to participate in this chapter anytime soon. Well, eventually, but not now. So let's go back. Let's go to the time limited events and see if they've all refilled at this point. No, they have not. Actually, wait, I think I have enough tickets though to do the 5th Day of the Caribbean. So let's screenshot here and let's enter. So the first thing I need to do, actually I need to wait for that thing to clear. Alright, so there we go. Be 36 seconds with the Camaro, 35 with the Nissan, 34 with the Challenger, and the Aston Martin. Okay, I guess I'll start with the slowest one first and just make my way up to the faster ones. Here we go. This should be interesting. Hellvale, well, hopefully Hellvale is not as hard as it sounds. Because if it is, then that's just going to be problematic. Also, this car is a good nitro, so it gives it some power to just take down these annoying opponents. So they're trying not to wreck. We'll go off the cliff. Because that won't be good. Oh, this guy's trying to slam me into the walls. So brutish. And of course, taking on those screenshots is making the frame rates drop very miserably now. And I lost the race. Hey, how did I lose the race? What happened? I don't know, probably went the wrong way or something, whatever. Let's just use another car. You know, I'll just start with the faster ones and make our way down to the slower ones if it's going to be this difficult. Okay, I really need to stay away from those guys. I think that was the issue last time. I was too close to them and that got me wrecked. Do you see how aggressive they're driving? Like, holy smokes, wow. It is crazy. No, please don't lose twice in a row. Ah, would hate to lose twice in a row. Okay, no, we didn't. Wow, that was not easy. Goodness, it really stepped up the difficulty. The other days, you could do it, but this time, no. It's either you know the track or you don't. In this case, I do not know the way, so that's why I'm playing so badly. I have no idea where to go in this Hellvale one. Still largely unfamiliar with most of them, so it's not going to be fun. As much as I love the looks and the polish of the newer tracks, not exactly fun to drive on. Although perhaps my tune will change once I actually familiarize with them. Oh, I can't spin out and do stupid things like that. That's how I lost. Exactly how I lost the last time, because I was doing stupid things like that. Okay, well, we're getting closer to the slower cars now, so I'm going to have to use them. But I would really rather not, because they just drive so slow, and in a track like this, you need something with powerful speed. Alright, let's just use this guy. Actually, I'm not going to be able to cover the others right now anyway, because I don't have enough tickets. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to multiplayer, where the screen tends to dim like mad. I really hate that. Oh yeah, speaking of that, if you do have an iPhone, particularly one like, say, the iPhone 6s or the 6, or even the 7, if you experience that issue where it's just constantly dimming whenever, well, not constantly, but where it just gets dark, especially when you're like using screen recording in a multiplayer, if you have a workaround for that, do share it, because it's really annoying to have it just get so dark whenever you're in multiplayer and then you're using a screen recorder. Actually, even when you're not using a screen recorder, it just tends to get really dark anyway. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know if it's the phone just throttling itself because it's older, it's the battery or whatever, but whatever the solution is, just share it. Nope. Okay. So winning with these slower cars is not oh, never mind. Okay, I still be 34 seconds. So, okay, you don't actually need to win the race. I wasn't really reading that clearly. You just need to beat the time frame. Because those slower cars, it's not going to be possible. So, okay, I just have to avoid spinning out or stalling in midair, and I should be fine. Now, I really wish that this pack would actually give you these cars like the Lotus Elise Sprint 220, the 718 Cayman, that Scat Pack, rather than the junkards like these guys. Like, everybody has these cars already. Like, we don't need to get so many duplicate blueprints for them. Alright, do I want to do the Camaro again, or do I want to do the Nissan? Actually, no, we'll just go back to the Camaro. Because even though the Camaro is a lower rank, it's actually better. Like, it just drives faster. Top speed's better. The top speed's actually way better. So don't let the Nissan's higher rank fool you, because it is actually worse. In fact, it is actually considered the worst Class D car. It's also one of the uglier ones too, so it doesn't have a lot going for it. Okay, kind of these guys ramming me like that. It's gonna be very, very problematic if they're ramming me like that. Is this tunnel the slow way? No idea if it is or if it isn't. I just need to be 36 seconds, and unfortunately, I don't think I'm gonna be 36 seconds though. Or will I? Okay, never mind. It looks like I will. Not only, but I also came first. Okay, so this is doable after all. But then again, it has to be doable, because like, if it weren't doable, then they couldn't even put that. But then again, considering it's troll off, they could do that. So that's that. And now I have 11,000 trade points. Should be interesting to see how much I can save up by the time, I don't know. So let's just say something later in the year, because I don't know how long I'm going to be saving my trade points for. Alright, now for the Nissan Joy. Hellvale. A pink Aston Martin Vulcan? Oh boy, that would surely be something. I mean, Aston Martin Vulcan isn't exactly... Well, no, who am I kidding? It is by no means a common car in reality. No Aston Martin is, because they cost as much as a house. So, they're not everyday cars. Especially not the Vulcan. What's the top speed for this car? Like 280? That's like 16 kilometers worse than the Camaro. And even though I beat the time frame, I had that Aston Martin just speed ahead of me like that. But hey, at least that's all done. So we did all of them. Now we can move on. Okay, screen dimming time. I don't know if it shows up on camera. It looks like it doesn't. If it does, then you'll see what I'm talking about. Now, which one do I want to do first? Lamborghini Limited Series Action. Let's take a look at the special event. Not that I have any more tickets. That's not going to be me. I'm basically just doing this just to farm what I can, because this car is way out of my league. This first race, as you can see here, never won the race because it is just way too damn tough. You have to take the 25 tokens, the event packs, and some of these blueprints, but it's just way too damn hard for me, so I am not going to be bothered with it. Okay, I guess I'll start the Lamborghini series since it's the more savage of the two. I kind of like that they have two series now rather than just one. And we'll see how this goes. Boy, it took me a while to just get to the rookie league. It's insane. I can just imagine how difficult it's going to be to get to the pro league and then like the mass league and whatever else comes after that. I don't know how some of these people get to places like top one and other. Like, how much playing do you have to do to get there? What do you do? Play like it's your job or something? Actually, I think that's the only way you can. People obviously that play like that, either they're in like a really good club or maybe they're just straight up hacks. There's also that too. So who knows? Seriously, Valo? Just because you got knocked down doesn't mean you have to knock down other people, man. Goodness, these guys, some of them, they play so dirty. Like, I get that the Lamborghini series is very savage, it's tough and it's competitive because you want those Lamborghini blueprints. But seriously, that doesn't mean you have to play ultra dirty. Thank goodness there's now two series. They're the classical series. And now somebody behind me is there just glitching like crazy. Looks quite ridiculous. That G person disconnected. All because they fell way behind. So like, you know what, I can't be bothered. Looks like I'll come third. Oh, was it that major hang there? Did you see that? Yikes. Man, I'm gonna better pick the pace because I don't want to get knocked down. Because a lot of these people in this season, they like to knock you because it's so savage. Because they really want those blueprints. That was really, I don't know what to say. Like, that guy literally just came out of nowhere. Almost as though it was hacks? I don't know. Or whatever, at least we gained points rather than lost points. So we'll just keep going until I drain the gas tank. And then after that, I'll go race in the classical series. Should I take a sip of water, or will the race start? Actually, no, the race is going to start soon, so I cannot sip any water. We'll sip some water after. Roma. Are they going to add Venezia anytime soon, or are they just going to get that to Asphalt 8? Maybe they could add Torino, that would be cool. Tony Gillen, I didn't get to read it on time. Well, whoever they are, let's just say Tony something something disconnected. I see some people flat spinning already. Like, seriously, you guys, seriously, Notorious. Notorious, you have to be notorious just because your name is Notorious? Like, no, you don't. Yes, I'm calling you wreckers out with your misdeeds. Now this car is doing a very lame barrel roll, whatever that was. It's just me, this car sounds like it's very stuttery. Well, actually, no, it's not the car's fault, it's the game's fault. What is this thing doing? Oh, I hate it when it does things like that. It just moves so slowly in midair. It's like, what's gonna happen next? Is it gonna wreck? Is it gonna pick up the pace or what? There's somebody behind me. I have to be very careful because I do not want them wrecking. In this series, I have to be very, very cautious with people behind me or next to me because I said it too many times already. They play very, very rough in this Lamborghini series. And I've already stated why they play so rough. So I ain't gonna repeat that. I just need to finish this race. Came third. Let's see how much I get for that. And I get 7. Whoever's in second, looks like they disconnected. I don't know why they did, but alright. Sip some matcha, let's go. Play the Uros again because the other car sucks, so I can't use them. Or can I? So we're going to the Cave of Scotland. Oh, I see our Lamborghini. Did I call these things Uroses? I hope I did not. I hope I wasn't calling them Uroses the whole time. I think I'm just becoming aware of that just now. No, these are Asterions, not Uroses. Ugh. Or hopefully I wasn't actually on that this whole time. Because if I was, then yikes. Speaking of the Lamborghini Uros, I wonder if they'll add it to the game. In fact, I would have rather them add that than add the Lamborghini J, because you know what? We already have an Aventador of the sort. So it would have been better for them to actually add the Uros, because the Uros isn't in the game at all. It's like, why did they have to add an Oricon variant and an Aventador variant when they could have just added the Uros? Whatever. Yeah, there's always a future update where they can do that, so let's just hope that they do that. Goes mid-air in such... I just hate it when it does that. Let's just say and leave it at that. Wow, that was really strange. I came second. Thank goodness that guy wasn't like one of those guys where they would just wreck you right at the finish line. Two more left to go. And another Scottish track. In the cave again. LOL at Tiago Jose with that... What's that thing called again? Is it a Citroen? No, it's not a Citroen. The DS E10s. Although I think Citroen does make it. I'm almost certain that they do. I'm pretty sure his full name is the Citroen DS E10s. I don't know why they dropped the Citroen part, but alright. Actually, I think it's just GameLoft doing, because I think when you go to the official Citroen site, it does have Citroen in the name. Or did they remove out to? I have no idea. Citroen cars aren't sold in North America, so I wouldn't know, and I personally don't really care for them. Would I like to see them return to North America? No. Again, I've never seen them here, so don't really care about them. What was that? Did I just see some smoke? Wow. Oh, why did I have to go off into the grass? Could have lost my position. Thank goodness I was still able to come second, because that could have ended really badly. And now we are at 5. We can claim this. 50,000, much appreciated. Especially after masking that weak BMW. And now for the last one. And another Scottish track. Wow. Surprised they didn't pull up any Caribbean tracks. Well, actually, no, I'm not hoping for them anyways, because, like I say, they are really tough. They're beautiful, but they're tough. I've even seen some of the pros complain about how twisty they are and difficult to master. Because there's no kidding, they are really hard. And now I just crashed into the wall. And now the phone is hanging and lagging like mad, because whenever you take screenshots, especially in multiplayer while you're using screen recorder, it just lags like hell. I don't know if the new iPhones like the 8 with the XS Max or whatever, I don't know if they do that or not. Probably not. Or do they? Actually, I highly doubt, because they're the newer ones. Actually, not the iPhone 8. The iPhone 8 was released when? Like 2018, 17, I think? I don't even know. Did Toxic Punk just get knocked down? Yeah, if I'm reading that correctly, they did. But wait, how come they didn't fall way back like how I did? I don't get that. That's not fair. Why is it that when I wreck, I have to fall extremely far back, but these other guys don't? Is it because their cars are faster? Or is it because they're hackers? I don't know. Well, actually, I gained 2 points, which is very small, but I'd rather gain something small than to lose points. And now my screen just dimmed, but you probably won't see it on the camera. So now that the rules... Actually, is it finished? Let's just check again just to be extra sure. Yeah, it's out. Can't use the other car, so let's just move on to the Classic World Series. Now, I'm no longer in this Bronze League. I'm on the Silver League, where I can use some of my high-end Class C cars, like the Dodge Viper ACR, the Acura, the Pininfarina, and I am going to choose the... Well, which one should I choose? Should I go to the BMW just for fun? Actually, no, I'm not doing that. What am I kidding? I'm going to use... Gosh, I don't know. You know, let's just use the Acura and go. Oh boy, I hope I can do this. This is a good car, so I don't need to worry. Just hope that nobody comes with like a 4-star Acura or something, because if they do, then yikes. Well, actually, again, it doesn't even matter, because if they're a noob, then it won't matter how powerful their car is. In fact, they can have a Bugatti Chiron with all stars, but if they drive like a complete idiot, then they're going to be owned by something like the Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution X. So really, you just have to be a good driver. Okay. Bowie God. Hey, Bowie God. It's a bit of a funny name. Oh, stop dropping frames, man. Goodness, what is with this phone? Wait, why am I in 6th position to dodge Chargers? No, not Chargers, Challengers. That's not right. I should be ahead of those guys. This car's supposed to be far stronger than them. Actually, no, seriously, something's really off. Oh my gosh. What was that? No, seriously though, I should not be behind Dodge Challengers in a car like this. I shouldn't. That's just not right. Either the leg has set me back very far, or I don't know. But something's just odd about that. Like, really odd. Let's just keep going until I have no gas left in this car. I hate this dark screen. I mean, it's not ultra dark. It helps that the iPhone 6s Plus does have a very bright screen to begin with, so that even when it does dim, it doesn't become unbearably dark, thankfully. Because you hear that for certain other phones whose screen isn't so bright, then that can be problematic. Okay, so what do we got? Oh no, I can't read their names now because it transitioned to this screen. LOL, that teal Dodge Challenger. And because there's tornadoes on this track, we can expect to see lots of lag and dropping frame rates. Goodness gracious, RIP to the people that play this game on low-end devices. If a high-end device like this can drop frames like this, then I don't want to know how much worse it is on a low-end device. Wow. Got to watch the trains at this part, because I don't want to be surprised. Because when they surprise you, it's just no good. No, Thomas the Dank Engine isn't in this, but it would be kind of funny if he was. Okay, thankfully that fall didn't go horribly. Next time, I'm really careful next time this guy decides to pull a flat spin. They did it as right? Yeah, they wrecked. Well, looks like first position is mine. Sweet. And I am not complaining. I think you're supposed to go up on that hill to do a certain speed trick, but can't be bothered with it. Just glad to come first. Yes. 100 reputation points. Wow, that's pretty sweet. Yeah, one thing with multiplayer is that it's a really good way to build reputation points. Should I use other cars as well? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I could take that pin-in free and then some of the other ones for a spin. Actually, I don't want to use anything under 2,000 because I feel like it's just going to be a really, really rough race. If I do, like, you saw those other guys before this transition, so it wouldn't be a good idea. Middle West. Again, this is one of those tracks that really makes you wonder, well, okay, where in America is this track? When they say Middle West, hey, that's not good. So, as you know, I normally do not disconnect, but from what you can see there, the screen just completely froze. It just hung entirely. Why it did that, I don't know. Only God knows what happened there, but that was crazy. I hope it does not do that again. That was really, really unnecessary. Like, wow, are you kidding me? Is it because of that screenshot? Like, seriously? If it's gonna do that again, then I don't know if I'm gonna be able to take those screenshots, because that's really, really unfortunate that it had to disconnect because of it. Like, wow. That's just nuts. Now here we are in the Himalayas. Hopefully I can take screenshots without it hanging. And okay, that didn't happen this time. Seriously, I really don't like the way it's hanging. Like, that's not good. That's just ridiculous. There's no reason for it to be hanging that badly. Okay, Lice Marilla or whatever that was, you did not have to land on me. You really did not. You could have landed somewhere else. Like, some of these people, they just purposely land on you because they want to take you down in a rather sly way. Sometimes you can't help where you're landing, but I suspect in a number of these cases, these people do it on purpose. So I'm gonna stay too close to that guy. So, you know, he does something. Oh, see that? He could have nearly landed on me. Thankfully, this car has amazing acceleration, so I can actually catch up reasonably well, even after wrecking. Because usually when you're wrecking these cars, you can't catch up. Like if you're using a car that's no good, oh goodness, I lost 5 points. That's not good. That's awful. That's bad. And then it didn't help that the other race, it just completely froze. So, who knows? I could have actually won that other race. Why did it have to happen? Oh, whatever happened. No point in crying over spilt sour worm-ridden milk. No, milk doesn't have worms unless you just leave it out there to stink and rot, but nobody does that. Well, at least not intentionally, I would hope. If you do that intentionally, then dang, something wrong with you. Okay, Roma. Why do I take these screenshots in multiplayer? I don't know. But actually, I know why. It's so I can add it to the end of the video during the call to action and music. That's why. For those of you that do not know. Okay, the thing I don't like about Roma is that it's so narrow, so when you have all these people just crowding you, it makes it so easy for somebody to go on a knockdown spree. Somebody got wrecked. I just don't want that to be me, though. Gotta watch those guys in midair, because I don't want them landing on me. Where did that Lotus come from? Or is that even a Lotus? I don't know what that is. Okay, I knocked that guy down on accident because he was way too close to me when I was landing. Probably should have moved out of the way. But yes, when you see people above you, do watch out. Some of them will purposely land on you, some of them won't. I try not to because that's just not cool. Fourth? Okay, at least I gained 3 points. That's not too bad. Will 1200 bring me into the gold league, or do I need 1300 for this season? I should actually look into that. Let's find out. Rewards. Oh no, for this season you need 1300. They stepped it up. Stepped the difficulty. So let's race with... Who do I got? I wish I could race with this guy, but I cannot. It took me so long to get this car, but I finally have it now, so I can be able to get blueprints for the Rasvani. Because if you don't know, you need this to build blueprints easier for the Rasvani, which will in turn make it easier for the Cadillac CN, which will then make it in turn easier for the VLF Force and then the Trion. So it's like this car is the foundation for those event exclusive cars. Crazy, eh? Now let us, between the Pininfarina and the Viper, which is better? Let's check their top speeds. So okay, 307, 48, 299, 64. You know, I'm just gonna pick the Pininfarina anyway because I honestly like it better. It looks better. It's all electric. So I'm personally biased towards it. Actually, no, who are we kidding? Everything about it's better. The looks are better, the name sounds better, the drive chain's better, I think the handling's better. Just almost everything about it's better. Okay, looks and whatever, that's subjective. But you know what? So what? We can be subjective here. Capital of the world. Hello, this thing sounds so weird when it's stuttering. It sounds kind of like a robot. Whew. Could have nearly crashed right there. What? What was that? Nobody knocked me down. The car literally just wrecked for no reason. Did you see that? I don't know, maybe... Well, actually, no, then again, in Asphalt, you have to be very careful when you're hugging walls because you can get clipped on the most random, unsuspecting things. I think that was it. Actually, not even. That was a smooth wall. Like, I can understand if it were Egypt, where you do have a number of surfaces on the wall, or I should say surfaces that, like, stick out or whatever. But for this track, in Roma, that was not the case. Like, why did that happen? Ah, whatever. It is what it is. So let's just accept that we're going to come dead last now because of that wreck. Maybe I should actually use the Viper. Because I don't have this thing started up enough for it to be competitive with those guys. Look how far behind I am. Let me take the Viper for a spin after this one and see if it'll make a difference. Probably not. Actually, let me just give this one another try or two before we can jump to conclusions about it being significantly weaker at this rank. 13 points lost, yikes. Okay, I cannot mess around. I probably should just use the Viper. Well, actually, no, I'll use it one more, and if it loses again, then going to have to switch to the Viper. Either that, or I'll just have to watch ads and bring back the Acura. Maybe at this point I should do more daily events. See how many tickets I have restored. Okay, I see some pretty weak cars for this race, so I should be able to take advantage of them. Keyword, I should, but that's not a guarantee because y'all know how it goes when you wreck. Some very strange things can happen. That car looks like it's blushing, LOL. Wolfpack. Driver 1815 did not connect. I wonder why. Yikes! I don't want to stay too close to these guys. Like, so many flat spins. Oh, see that? Did you see that? That Citroen that was blushing in the... Why am I calling Citroen? It's a DS. Actually, no, I don't think it matters. You know, I really doesn't matter. If I'm going to say Citroen, I might as well just not correct myself because DS is Citroen. Or at least I think so. I'm not 100% sure about that. Actually, no, I think Peugeot, Citroen, and DS, they're all made by the same company, I believe. They're probably just corporate siblings. Actually, no, Peugeot is a separate brand, but I think it's still related to the other brands I just mentioned. Okay, so I'm doing pretty well. I just need to stay ahead. Okay, now I'm not going to do so well because of that wreck. See what I mean? Now the Mitsubishis and all the other weaker guys are going to come ahead of me now because of that wreck. Just one wreck is all it takes for everybody to come ahead of you. No matter how weak they are, they'll come ahead. Ugh, I hate that. Goodness gracious, maybe I need to stay ahead of those ramps. Like, stay away from them, rather. See, now the stupidest things are happening ever since that wreck came. It's like, after that wreck, I just went downhill. Ah, so annoyed. I don't want to take any more heavy losses. I really, really don't. 7. Seriously? So, okay, I think the last time I lost 10, so now we're at minus 17. That is not good. Well, let me try the Viper. See if we get some better results this time, because that Pininfarina, it's not cutting it. I could max it up further, but I don't know if it's worth it at this point. Maybe I might need it to advance in the Millenniums event. Maybe not. We'll see. Now I'm being stacked against some very high-ranked Pininfarinas, so I don't know how this is going to go. Driver 8517 did not connect. Now the Viper ACR is a good car, but its problem is its top speed. It's not exactly the best. I mean, the handling's beautiful, the nitrogen's beautiful, but top speed, not beautiful. Still, I think I'm making some decent progress. I'm coming ahead of some of those guys. So that's nice. I can hear somebody behind me. Whoa, now the screen just got even darker. Again, if it doesn't show up on video and if I sound nonsensical, well, it's just because it doesn't show up on video. But while I am recording this, I can definitely notice that, and I need to stay away from that guy. Ugh. Taking this one down the slow route now, but I really did not feel like getting knocked down, so I guess it's worth it. Why are the frame rates dropping so badly? See, I came third. Okay, I guess this is the car to race with then. Well, we got 10 out of 10, so I guess I can step away from multiplayer for now and go complete some more of those daily events. Ahmed, that's it? That's so pathetic. Wow. Okay, what about the daily goals? What's in the shop? I'm not impressed. I'll wait another 51 minutes. I'm not going to be recording for another 51 minutes, obviously, but I don't like what's in the shop right now. It looks very unappealing. Okay. So, I have this, and I have this. Let's just go for a spin with this. We're going to be using the Viper, of course. Okay, let's hope we get some blueprints here, or at least one blueprint. If I could get 3, that'd be fantastic, but I am not going to hold my hopes of that. Okay, so that's 1, that's great. 4,000. Okay, so I guess this isn't too bad. We've got 1 blueprint, some cash, and then a rare Class C part. Okay, I have to wait another 2 minutes where I can get another ticket. Why don't you go for a spin here? But rather than just idling around for 2 minutes, guess I'll just go for a quick race in career, and we will go for our run in. Can I use cars too, or should I go to Europe? Actually, let's go to Euro Rebels. I will go to the 18th race, complete tour. Where is that volcano? Okay, here it is. And now the screen brightened. Yay! So maybe it's just what I needed. I had to step away from events and multiplayer, because events and multiplayer, they are extremely taxing on the processor, apparently. And then because I'm using screen recorder, that makes it even more demanding. I guess it would have helped if the iPhone 6s Plus had a quad-core processor. Like, even though the Actually, what chip is this using? Is it the A9, the A8? I'm not sure. Let's just say it's using an A chip. Right? We know that. And it's a dual core. And it's well optimized. But that said, if they just gave it a quad core, it would have been even better. Like, no matter how well optimized your software is or your chip or whatever, you'll always fare better with more RAM. And having a dual core, even like an octa-core or a hecta-core. Actually, although octa-cores are usually better than hecta-cores anyway. Unless, of course, the hecta-core was made more optimized than whatever octa-core processor you're comparing it with. And my volcano just went off into the Canal of Roma. Yay! Or at least the volcano's cool now, but still. Are you kidding me? How many wrecks am I going to make in one stupid race? Goodness. Was it not really necessary? Did that need to happen? No, I did not. I didn't have the car so close to the wall. Like, that really did not need to happen, man. Darn. You ever seem to stray from some of these stupid ramps? This race should have taken me maybe like a minute and 50 seconds, not 2. Whatever, at least we get 2300. The ticket is back, so I can go race and call it quits with this Caribbean episode that has largely not been about the Caribbean at this point anymore. I mean, it wasn't beginning initially, but because it couldn't go to the other chapter, it's like, couldn't do it. Alright, we're gonna use up oil for this one, since they say I have to use Class D. Well, hey, here's the Caribbean race, the Islets race. So I guess that's a nice way to end this. End it in the Caribbean. It started in the Caribbean, so we should end it in the Caribbean. Get those guys wrecked. Don't want them coming first. I need to come first, not them. Probably would have been better for me to go down there, because that would give you better speed. I really need to get the nitro start up for this thing, man. It's not good. Did I have to be 37 or did I have to be 38? Which one was it? Great, I had to be 37. Yes, I need to upgrade the nitro. Well, let's see what we get here. Nothing. Nothing exciting. Well, that does it. It was fun touring the Caribbean, and now I am out. The Caribbean tracks sure are bright and pretty, but as you can tell from the commentary of this video, that's all they're good for. They're extremely twisty and difficult. Did you like this video? How do you feel about the Caribbean Heat update and its tracks? Comment, rate, like, subscribe, share, read my blog for information, shout my affiliate links in the video description, and visit my Twitter page for my latest tweets. And do not forget to also participate in the poll located at the top right corner inside the eye circle.